I finally got to rent the Sony A7R V today, which we're recording with, and I got to use it on a photo shoot as well. And the 61 megapixel sensor is fantastic, full frame. But oh, and the 8K oversample from 9K that you're looking at right now is amazing as well. Autofocus is fantastic. The ergonomics of the camera is about the same as any Sony camera. But to me, the coolest thing is getting the new flippy screen. So I guess you'd call it the hybrid flippy screen. So it flips around for selfie mode and also it allows you to tilt up and down like the normal non-flippy screens. And it's truly the best of both worlds. And it's maybe seen as a small thing for a lot of people, but for me, that I like having, let's say I'm using it for the camera for still photos. I like a screen that can tilt up so you can use it down at your waist level, which you cannot do on just a flippy screen. And though the downside of not having one that flips around and just tilting is that if you're doing a piece to camera like this, like most YouTubers are, you can't see yourself. So that doesn't work. And there was different variations where like the A60, was that 500, where it didn't flip around, but it flipped up. But the problem with that is if you have a microphone above your camera, like I have right now, the microphone is in front of it. So that doesn't work. And they also did one that flips it, I forgot which camera it is, but it flips it downwards. And that doesn't work because then your tripod's in front of it. So I didn't like that either. So now that I have both for still images, the tilt, and flip around for speaking to camera videos, it's absolutely perfect. And it turns out, it looks like the Sony A9 Mark III, it also has this. So yet another reason why I really do think the Sony A9 Mark III is essentially a perfect camera right now, because you have the global shutter full frame sensor. Did I say global shutter already? It's so awesome. And the hybrid flippy tilty screen. So I'd really like to get my hands on one of those. Hell. Oh, and it has the highest resolution, highest refresh rate, 240 hertz, 9.4 million dot EVF. That is the best in the game right now. Love to get my hands on one. My rental house I use doesn't actually borrowed a lens, bought by lensrentals.com. So they do probably have it. So I probably can rent it now. But so whenever I can get my hands on that, I will. I don't think I'll be buying it at this point because it is $6,000 and it's a bit out of the budget. But haven't tried it yet. I just think spec-wise, it has to be the best camera out there. Because if you've ever edited video with really high rolling shutter, I shoot on the Nikon Z6, and the rolling shutter on that in 4K is obscene. And if you ever have to move the camera at all, everything just goes like this. And to me, it's the most annoying when you're editing, because you're looking at that footage a ton while you're selecting, when you're editing down your clips, and it gets so annoying. So to even think about editing footage from like a Komodo X, or now the V-Raptor X, or the A9 Mark III, it just sounds, oh, so enjoyable.